Erickson. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. I don't have a report for, well, I did. I attended a couple of things, but I'll bring those up at the next meeting. Do you have any comments?
I don't think I have anything else tonight.
Okay. Clerk's report?
I don't have a report, but I do want to add, when you were talking about licenses, another one you might consider is the video gaming. I know at one point we talked about raising that in increments over the years, and so you might want to reconsider or consider that as well.
That's currently at 125. The max is 250 at terminal. Okay.
250, you said?
Yes.
Thank you.
City Administrator?
Just wanted to point out that I have been in touch with our engineering firm with regard to Main Street. We're hoping we're going to get a public meeting together as well as a pre-construction meeting so that we can get the engineers out here to talk to everybody about that. So that should be coming this spring, and hopefully we can get that up and going as soon as possible. So that's all I've got for now.
Okay, any questions for Jeff? City reports, EMA Director Tony Eberly,
Nothing further, thank you.
Chief Senni,
I don't have anything else at this time.
Engineer Detman. You're left off the agenda, but you'll be able to speak.
Nothing additional to add, thanks.
All right, council reports. Alderman Arnett,
I have nothing further.
Alderwoman Erickson,
Nothing, thank you.
Alderman Fritsch,
Nothing, thank you.
Alderwoman Johnson,
Nothing, thanks.
Alderman Littlebrandt,
Nothing, thank you.
Alderman Robinson,
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Alderman Whitecotton.
Nothing, thank you.
All right, old business. Up for council's consideration is item 12A. That is discussion of possible action to award the demolition of the structure at 724 North Main Street to Anthem Excavation and Demolition of Itasca, Illinois, an amount of $34,765. Is there anyone who wishes to make a motion to award that demolition contract?
I'll make that motion.
Alderwoman Johnson, is there a second?
I'll
Second.
that.
Fritsch, is there any discussion? Okay, hearing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderman Whitecotton,
Aye.
Alderman Arnett,
Aye.
Alderwoman Erickson,
Aye.
Alderman Fritsch,
Aye.
Alderwoman Johnson,
Aye.
Alderman Littlebrandt,
Aye.
Alderman Robinson.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Our administrator can go ahead and finish the documentation and award that bid. Item B, discussion of possible action to reject all bids for the downtown streetlight program and project. Is there a motion to reject all bids?
I'll make that motion.
Alderwoman Erickson, is there a second?
Second.
Alderman Littlebrandt, any discussion on the rejection of all bids? Okay, hearing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderman Robinson,
Aye.
Alderman Whitecotton,
Aye.
Alderman Arnett,
Aye.
Alderwoman Erickson,
Aye.
Alderman Fritsch,
Aye.
Alderwoman Johnson,
Aye.
Alderman Littlebrandt.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes and all bids are rejected. Next item is 12C, that is the confirmation of authorization to purchase a squad vehicle. Previously discussed at our February 3rd, 2025 committee of the whole meeting. Total cost $64,383.64. Is there a motion to approve the purchase of that vehicle as stated?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Alderwoman Erickson, is there a second?
I'll second.
Alderman Arnett, any discussion?
Who's going to get this vehicle?
Which vehicle does this replace currently?
This is currently going to replace Squad 2.
Okay. The one with all the problems.
Yes.
Okay.
And hopefully we can repurpose that squad
Thank
somewhere
you.
within the city.
Okay, other questions?
Is that a patrol vehicle right now or no?
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderman Arnett,
Aye.
Alderman Robinson,
Aye.
Alderman Whitecotton,
Aye.
Alderman Arnett,
I did that already.
He's a yes.
Alderwoman Erickson,
Aye. Aye.
Alderman Fritsch,
Aye.
Alderwoman Johnson.
Aye.
Motion passes. Alderman Littlebrandt?
I'm not sure what the protocol is. Am I supposed to raise my hand?
Alderman
That
Littlebrandt
was
needs
the
to
one
cast his
you
vote.
skipped on accident. Aye.
Okay.
It still passes. All right, item D. Before you were presentations at the the committee whole meeting of potential solar farm fees that were presented. Does council have a desire to approve those as presented by our building official?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Alderwoman Johnson, is there a second to approve the fees as recommended?
Second.
Is that Alderman Littlebrand?
Yes.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, will the clerk please call the roll on the solar farm fees?
Okay, Alderman Fritsch,
Aye.
Alderwoman Johnson,
Aye.
Alderman Lobrandt,
Aye.
Alderman Robinson,
Aye.
Alderman White Cotton,
No.
Alderman Arnett,
Aye.
and Alderwoman Erickson.
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, last item we have under 12 is 12E. This is discussion of possible approval for change order number 5 for our wastewater treatment plant. The result would be an increase of $32,251. Is there a motion to approve the change order number 5? Alderman Littlebrand, is there a second?
I'll second.
Alderman White Cotton, any discussion? Okay, hearing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderman Arnett,
Aye.
Alderwoman Erickson,
Aye.
Alderman Fritsch,
Aye.
Alderwoman Johnson, Alderman Lobrandt,
Aye.
Alderman Robinson,
Aye.
Alderman White Cotton.
Aye.
All right, motion passes on 12E. We're now on to new business. Any changes from the Finance Committee in the total?
No, sir.
Okay, is there a motion by council to approve our monthly bills totaling $259,179.16?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Alderwoman Johnson, is there a second?
Second.
Second that.
Alderman Littlebrand?
Yeah, he got it.
Just in my hearing. All right, any discussion or questions on the monthly bills?
Just a comment.
Yes.
We need to pay attention to certain places that keep charging us service fees for doing inspections of whatever sort at the same location or the same building, even if they do call it two different addresses. When you're within the same building and you don't have to leave a building, we shouldn't be getting charged additional service charges. I would also suggest too that if we are going to continue to have a per diem for meals, that we actually follow the per diem and make sure that we're not paying people more than what they're supposed to be getting. And that would go for any of the supervisors who sign off on it. They ought to know what the per diem is and what people get. That's the only comment I have. Thank you.
Was your microphone on?
It is, he just,
It is, okay, just sitting back, okay. All right, any other comments? Those are duly noted. We'll make sure the Finance Committee looks into that further. All right, will the clerk please call the roll on the monthly bills?
Okay, Alderwoman Erickson, Alderman Fritsch,
Aye.
Alderwoman Johnson,
aye.
Alderman Lobrandt,
Aye.
Alderman Robinson,
No.
Alderman White Cotton,
No.
and Alderman Arnett.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. We have no need for executive session that I'm aware of. So last item we have our announcements. Item A is the Finance Committee will meet again on April 21st at 6:30 PM here in the annex. Next committee of the whole meeting will be April 21st at 7 PM. That'll be followed by the regular meeting. And the next special budget meeting that's budget of the whole will be on Monday, April 14th here in the annex at 7 PM. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll motion.
Alderwoman Johnson, is there a second?
I'll second.
Alderwoman Erickson, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we're adjourned.